Welcome back to another mod showcase, where I'll be going over some of the best new Skyrim mods that have been made by the community. As always, we have an exciting number of mods to go through, so be sure to stick around until the end. But with that out of the way, let's begin with our first mod of the video. Starting off, we have Immersive Illusion spells. As the name suggests, this brings in a number of new illusion-based spells for you to utilize, each offering a unique style of gameplay. In total, there are 16 of them that are spread across every tier of magic. This was made by J Serpa, a well-known mod author who went on to say, "Illusion always felt very lackluster and not all that exciting when compared to other schools of magic. To make up for this mod now adds a bunch of new spells that are actually fun to use, making illusionist playthroughs interesting and more different than ever before." I won't go over all of them as we'd be here for quite some time, so instead I've picked 4 that scales based on their magicka cost. Up first is the only novice-based spell in the mod, Distraction, which causes any nearby enemies to go on alert and search in that area. Brawl is an apprentice level spell, which slows your target's movement speed by up to 50% for 30 seconds. This is more than enough time to deal some serious damage, or even use it to get away from a challenging fight. For Adept, we have Stumble, which causes targets up to level 30 to temporarily lose their balance and fall to the ground, and functions in a very similar way to how Paralysis works in-game. One of the expert spells is Mind Thorn, which reflects 10 damage to an enemy for each time they hit you with an attack for up to 60 seconds. And finally, my favourite master level spell is Mind Control, which actually lets you play as your target for 30 seconds. This was something I've never seen before in Skyrim, so I was completely shocked when I first tried it out. The possibilities for this one are endless. I hope just those few spells alone can truly convey just how high quality this mod is in a gameplay sense, let alone with how nice some of these effects look. As for how you can obtain them, you can either buy them from one of the many spell vendors, or even find them on your enemies as leveled loot. Each spell featured in the mod can be further amplified if you dual cast them, a perk which is highly recommended if you're planning on trying out this mod. Overall, there is a lot of content here for you to try out, and is absolutely perfect for those looking to master the art of illusion. Next up is a mod called Whispers of the Daedric Princes. This adds in these eerie new sound effects that can now be heard when you're near a Daedric shrine. There are 9 different locations in total that have received this change, all of which comes with their own unique dialogue. However, with their latest update, version 1.2, there are 7 more Daedric Princes implemented with the help of the highly recommended mod, Daedric Shrines All-in-One. This aims to overhaul the existing shrines in the game, as well as adding a number of new ones that can now be found across the world. Now, it can be a little hard to hear what they're saying, but if you listen closely, you can make out a number of lore-friendly phrases for each one. However, the mod does come with a volume slider to counter this issue, which you can find in the settings menu. Every shrine has 4 lines that are repeated as long as you're in the vicinity, so just as an example, here's how a couple sound. An interesting feature that comes with this mod is the option to disable a whisper after completing their respective quest. I think this is the perfect way to make this mod even more immersive, tying in directly to the decisions you make throughout your playthrough. According to the mod author, this should be 100% compatible with everything, so you are free to download this mod without any real issue. Whilst this mod isn't the most game-changing, its unique approach has made this one of my new favourites, and is one I highly recommend trying out. Following on, we have the Breathing Abyss. This is a brand new quest mod where you'll uncover the mystery behind an entity that lurks inside an underwater cavern. But you won't be alone, as you'll be accompanied by Manius, a researcher who will aid you in your search for the creature. The mod is fully voice acted, with around 150 professionally voiced lines by the talented D.D. Ruman, who does a fantastic job of bringing this character to life.
Its presence has been kept largely a secret. I doubt the college wishes to disturb the townsfolk more than they already have.
It features a unique questline, in the sense that little to no mods out there focus on the underwater aspects of Skyrim, resulting in an experience unlike any other. Now, this is actually a remake of a now inaccessible mod that originally released over a year ago, which has since received many new changes. I never tried the original, so I can't exactly tell you how much it's actually improved, but I can say that the mod in its current state feels polished and definitely matches the same quality of their previous work. As for the changes themselves, the story has been completely rewritten along with the explanation of the creature itself. The cave system has received an expansion, offering much more to explore inside, and the introduction of the quest has been overhauled with the intention of making it much easier to find and natural to come across. In order to actually begin the mod, you'll need to speak with Manius himself near Yngvild, a Nordic ruin that can be found near Dawnstar. And to end off, this mod can be installed during the middle of your playthrough, so no need to make yourself a whole new character to try out this incredible new quest mod. For the next mod, we have Nyx's Floating Islands. This mod adds in an abundance of these new floating islands that can now be seen all across the region of Whiterun. Immediately, you can probably tell that this isn't the most lore-friendly addition to the game, however it is perfect for those looking to give their Skyrim a more fantasy feel. This mod is purely for aesthetic purposes, there's nothing interactable atop the islands or any quests related to them at this time. Currently the mod only affects the Whiterun hold, but based on all the feedback, we could very well be seeing this implemented into other areas in the future. Luckily though, the mod comes with full LODs already, meaning you don't need to rerun Dynalod in order to see them from afar. There are absolutely no requirements in order to set this mod up, with the added bonus of no compatibility issues either. However, whilst this isn't necessary by any means, I did notice that some of the screenshots on the mod page included the structures that come with Fantasy Cities SE. This is a mod I actually covered a couple weeks back, and complements these floating islands perfectly, so if you're interested, be sure to check out my last mod showcase. There's not too much else to say about this one, but considering this is the mod author's first major addition for Skyrim, I am more than excited to see what they can come up with next. For the final mod of the video, we have the Drake Knight armor. This adds 2 new sets of light armor into Skyrim, as well as a couple of these incredible looking one-handed swords. Everything included looks so detailed, and gives off that sort of Dark Souls vibe. I noticed that the mod author has made an Elden Ring themed armor piece before, so there is the possibility this was also inspired by the Souls games. All of the textures featured are in 4K, resulting in some high quality visuals. The original looks great on its own, however there is a special version that comes with its own animated effects. This is known as the False Dragonborn set, which you can actually obtain by fighting a secret boss, but only if you download the optional add-on called the Fallen Dragonborn boss. Here you'll need to head to the Sky Temple ruins, which can be located just north of the College of Winterhold. In terms of the stats, all of the gear has the same armor rating and damage output as Dragon Scale, making it one of the best in the game. However, this does also mean that if you wish to craft the armor or weapons yourself, then you'll need to max out your smithing, which is no small feat. If we take a closer look at the weapons themselves, we can see that one of them, known as the Drake Knight Backblade, is actually unique in the sense that your character holds the sword upside down, which ends up looking great in combat. The only downside which might disappoint some of you is the fact that the mod doesn't have any support for HDT SMP, but they have said that they're open to the idea, so we could be seeing this added in the near future. Overall, I love the whole aesthetic of this mod, and the fact they've added an immersive gameplay element to go alongside it. This mod author has made countless other mods similar to this one, so if you like what you see, then be sure to check out some of their other work. So there you have it, 5 amazing new mods that I cannot recommend enough. Please be sure to endorse any mods you've downloaded through this video and show the mod authors some love. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.